What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the RFL Network. I'm 7 o'clock. I'm your host, your prompter. Welcome to another full PPR mock draft Monday. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're blessed. I got two bosses joining me today, accompanying me on screen. First, the original RFL invitee, none other than Gator himself. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, my guy? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I bet. Yeah, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Just more mocking and dropping more content and all of that. So yeah, it's been good, man. Enjoying the 4th of July weekend. It was amazing, bro.
Beautiful, beautiful. Um, our second guest, because I know y'all want to get into that mock. So hey, start the mock, start the mock. Okay,
Facts.
let's get. Without further ado, we're gonna bring in a usual suspect. High society coming from. Which borough are you coming from?
No, sir, I'm across the state, man. I'm in Rochester, New York. I'm like I'm like in the upstate New York.
Okay.
So
Hey, welcome, as always. Always appreciative to have you.
thank you, man.
For those not familiar, the RFL is just a competitive league with public standings, relegation, promotion, demotion over the years. You're going to see pages get kicked down, promoted back up. Some may never get kicked down. Some will get relegated to the wait list and have to wait to their turn to get back into the mix. But it's just about accountability and competitiveness, and it's something that we're looking to get to compete with. Hopefully we don't end up in the same league until year two. Year one, you just want to make the playoffs.
Okay.
I mean, and then once we relegate, and we have the 6 playoff teams from each league, each 12-team league. Then year two is when you want to be like the inaugural champion. But I'm just trying to make the playoffs. That's it. Just some light work.
That's all you gotta do first. Make the playoffs first, man.
That's it. Without further, oh, we got a full house. Look at that.
Yeah, we're good, man.
Yeah.
We're good.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Y'all show up for me, bro, and I appreciate that, man. Ooh, I appreciate that. Let's 7:03. That's what I usually tell y'all. 7:03. 3 minutes to the introduction, and we in here.
Let's get it.
All right, and then to the knuckleheads. Let me go to the YouTube. I'm gonna let y'all lead for a quick. I gotta send this YouTube link out real quick.
Gator, what you got? Who's your number one overall RB this year, man? What you think? You got any bold takes on RBs?
Number one RB.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go B John, bro. I know his ceiling is not the highest, but man, he's steady, bro. He's steady, bro. Sometimes you just gotta take the steady ride, bro. I'm going with the steady ride. I would say I would go with what's his name? Oh, it was on me. My bad. I didn't even know it was on me.
Oh, you're good.
but I would say I would go with Barkley, but the Madden curse, bro.
Yep, I'm with you.
I'm out.
I don't like it. I don't like it either, man.
I don't like it.
I agree. I got Bijan 1 as well. I'm fading Barkley a little bit. I mean, I'm sure he'll be great. I'm sure he'll make us look stupid. But yeah, that Madden curse, man. I was so out on CMC last year. Everybody was like, "Oh, McCaffrey." I'm like, bro, watch him just be out like all year, man. I was like, I don't know, man. Something about it. Aging RBs, being on Madden. I'm like,
Oh, Genty. That's pretty high.
Yes, sir. That is definitely high for Genty. Hey, he's got that upside though. If you want to take him there.
I mean, he does have the upside, but I'm like, as a rookie, and we haven't seen him work in the NFL, it's like I can't. I'm sorry, but I mean,
no doubt.
if I could get him in the back end of that if I had that later pick, like the 111, and I can get him in the second, that 2-2, I'll do it.
No doubt.
Hey, Barkley at the 1.5.
Yeah, that's good value for him, man. You can't beat Saquon at 5.
Not a fan of it, but I mean, makes sense.
What's wrong with Amon-Ra?
Yeah,
see that knee injury, bro. That knee injury, everybody like,
Ooh, I ain't see that.
Ben Johnson gone. I like it. I still like him though. I still think he's a great pick.
I'm with you on that. I fade him like a little bit, and I think the new offense might be nice for Jameson Williams. They're already pumping him up again, and I know Amon-Ra's going to get his, but there's going to be obviously Laporta. They're going to have guys to feed still, and we'll see if that offense is as good as it has been without Ben.
Exactly. Exactly. We know there's going to be change. We just don't know what the change is going to be. Like you said, they're hyping up J Mo right now. So like, and then we got the question mark on St. Brown currently because he just had knee surgery. So it's like, and that's your first pick. So like, people are gonna fade that like on the first pick. But I mean, it's football, man. People get hurt all the time. So.
Puka went late. Puka went real late in this one.
Yeah, Puka been going in the first round in most drafts I've been doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let me get my guy right now.
Drake.
Double receiver, huh?
Drake. I love it.
I can't pass that.
I love it.
He's going to be. That's one of my bold takes of the year. I'm literally. I will get Drake London in every single league. I want to get him everywhere I can. Drake London, I got him like that top 4 or 5 finish. I would take him well over Brown. Yeah. I would take him over Puka. I'll take him over. A lot of those dudes would probably take him right with Nico. I think him and they're in a similar tier. But I love London.
So you got him behind like Chase, Jefferson, and Lamb.
I got him probably like right behind Neighbors. Somewhere.
Neighbors?
Yeah, Chase, Jefferson, Lamb, Neighbors, and then I think that you could throw London in.
I know you said Penix got you excited.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at the last 3 weeks of the season, but I mean specifically look at the last 2 weeks to finish the season, dude. Right. Like it was just, if you turn on the tape and just like look at it, it's crazy. He was just a target hog. I mean, so week 17, he's got 13 targets, 7 catches, over 100 yards. And then you look at week 18, dude has 18 targets, 187 on 10 catches with 2 TDs. Like, they're just, they were just getting going. And I feel like we all knew London had that upside when he was drafted. He's so gifted, and all he needed was a guy who could get him the ball. And they had, basically a grandmother throwing him balls to start the season last year. You got Cousins throwing ducks over, and he's just like, what is going on? Like, I'm wide open. Why you can't even get it to me? Michael Penix comes out. Dude's got an assault rifle for a left arm, and he's just like peppering him with targets. Like, I'm on board with that whole offense. I think Bijan goes crazy. I think London goes crazy, and I think Penix takes him to the playoffs.
Ooh, spicy! Okay.
Trying to bring some heat tonight, boys. Trying to bring some heat.
Man, I'm gonna have to clip that one. That was about 7:06. That's an easy clip.
I appreciate you, man. But yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, the amount of targets he was getting at the end of the season was crazy, bro. Like, I'm like, it's almost like he's the only person out there, bro.
Right.
Steal of the draft, Brock Bowers, 212.
Yeah. That's great value.
To be honest, I'm kind of avoiding both Bowers and McBride.
Ooh.
But if they fall, like where McBride went, I'm okay with it. But right there, I'm not really looking for tight ends. So, man, I'm not. I got some sneaky tight ends that I like at the back of the draft.
Yeah.
And they can be a top 7 easy. Now they different though. Bowers and McBride is different. I'm expecting less from McBride because I took Marvin Harrison. So like I'm saying that he's gonna go up, he's gonna break out. So if he's breaking out, McBride gotta, he gotta take a little back seat to it a little bit. You gotta watch the show. McBride gotta watch the show a little bit.
See who's available.
I agree. I like to wait for tight ends too, unless one of those guys falls.
Yeah. And with quarterbacks too, I'll probably wait on quarterbacks too.
Yep. I'm in the same boat with you, bro. I agree on both of those notes for sure.
Yeah.
I've definitely got you on that one.
I've been working on different strategies, man. I try to go back and forth. Like, what really, really propelled me through the Yahoo ranking system was, like you guys said, getting tight end and quarterback 7th round or later and just really stocking up on skill players.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been trying to be like, maybe I could slide in one or the other. And that's what I've been trying to incorporate and to try to get that positional advantage, at least one of them. Both of them, you're going to have a really, really bad RB2, wide receiver 2, and flex, or like a medium. You have like Calvin Ridley as your wide receiver 2. I'm not mad at him as my flex, but I don't want him as my wide receiver too.
No.
Yeah.
I would feel terrible if he was my wide receiver too, for sure.
You know, like at what cost? Yeah, sure, you got Josh Allen or you got McBride or you got Bowers, but if you get both of them, you know, let's even say you go quarterback in the 4th round and go tight end in the 3rd. Now you're looking at like Swift is your RB2 instead of your flex. You're looking at Ridley. It's just not ideal.
It's not fun. Yeah, it's not like what you want. So in this situation, I was gonna say in this situation with Lamar Daniels and with Josh Allen off the board, when would you take a quarterback next?
Oh, you got me. You sniped me on James Cook. You got me.
Oh no, dude, you're not gonna take any running backs? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna make you pay.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
hell yeah.
Yeah,
man, I couldn't pass.
I ain't mad at it.
I couldn't pass on Reishi over any of those guys.
No, for sure. You're gonna snipe me, I'm gonna snipe you back.
Yeah, I like that strategy.
Yeah, you know I like rice.
All right. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You know, we can cook with some rice.
Those 3, if I could get those 3 receivers I got in like every single league, man, I would feel good. If I could snag a couple running backs that fall, I'll be happy. Give me any quarterback and any tight end that I could find late.
I like Hubbard right there. I mean, I usually, when I mock him by myself, I usually get him like maybe 4 or 5 picks later. But I'm not mad at that, like especially with the 3 receivers you got. To answer your question, Gator, I think 4th round is where you see the last of the big 4 go.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of tricky. You just got to play the board because I don't necessarily believe in taking the next 2 in the 5th round.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's tough. Like I got to get a value on one of those 2.
Yeah.
And I think that's just the thing. I don't mind taking a quarterback or a tight end early. Got to get a good value on it. I can't pay the US dollar. I got to get, pennies on it. I got to get GameStop return for
real, man.
You know, if I'm taking Allen or Jackson or Daniels, it's got to be 4 or 5 spots, or even 6 spots after where they normally go. And same thing for the tight end. Like you were just saying about McBride. That's not a bad spot to get them, but would you like them at 3.4, 3.5? That's even sweeter, and that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't mind taking a tight end or quarterback, but I got to get 4 or 5 picks on the ADP.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I was gonna take Tyreek Hill, so I was gonna go 4 wide receivers and go 0 RB and figure it out in the middle. But now I might have to switch that around. Might have to switch that around.
You got 1 second.
I try to go with best player available.
I thought you were going to take.
My bad. Hey, I'll take Jalen Hurts, but I did not know.
But that's what we were talking about. That is the great value. He's almost a 5th rounder.
Yeah, that's good. Honestly, solid. Yeah,
I ain't mad at it.
No, especially with the Madden curse looming, he could go for 24 touchdowns.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it at all. I'm happy they ain't changed the rule.
Yeah,
that would throw stuff off, man.
Oh yeah, I would be afraid to take him if they ban that tush push. I would not have him rostered anywhere.
Their entire offense. How many first downs don't they get or don't attempt? Based on not being able to utilize that move.
No.
Yeah. That's their bread and butter. They basically just say, we know you guys can't stop it. We're just going to keep jamming it down your throat at the goal line and short yardage and everywhere else. Like, if nobody's going to ever stop us, we're never going to stop doing it. If we're winning Super Bowls, it's like, why would you ever stop?
Yeah.
Right. I have to take a running back now. I was going to take a running back there, but honestly, I did not like the running backs I was seeing at the ADP.
That's part of it too, man. That's part of it with going with receivers right there. It's like, it's tough to pass up on stud receivers for guys where you're like, they could have a nice year, Breece Hall, Ken Walker, but they've got some, I've got some reservations. Whereas you take a guy like Rice, I really don't see if Rice doesn't get suspended, how he doesn't just go out of his mind. He's already 100% healthy, working out. Mahomes is saying, this is that dude. He looks great already, and we're working out together. Yeah. And I've got to imagine Reishi is just going to rise up draft boards as it gets close.
For sure.
Well, he's already doing it. The mock, he's slowly climbing to that middle third. You know, by August, he's going to be in that middle early third. He's going to be where Harrison and Evans are.
I feel like you probably get the best value right now for him after they said that, like, yo, he's not going to get suspended this year. I think he's at where he's probably going to. I think he's maxed out in the third round. I can't imagine him being in the second round.
Well, I mean, just think about. I mean, I would probably take him over Mike Evans right now. I mean, you're talking about the number one. I mean, one of these years, Mike Evans is going to have a bit of a down year. Like they were celebrating, he had that nice catch, put him over 1,000. But he's getting old. Like, how many more times are they going to be able to make that happen after taking Ibuka? And now they got Godwin coming back. And, like, yeah, and obviously Evans has been so productive forever. But, I mean, talking about a guy who's in the middle of his prime, Rice, and was one of the most productive receivers in the whole league before going down on that awful garbage play from Mahomes. So, I mean, you're talking about his upside is probably much higher than guys like even – than probably Harrison or Evans, if I'm being honest. Just he could be just an absolute target hog for them, and there's no way Worthy is going to scare me. He's a fine player, but he's a receiver. He's a wide receiver too.
Yeah. He feels like more of a gadget type of guy. Like, I like J-Mo right there. That's a good pick right there.
Thank you, bro.
I like J-Mo.
But yeah, right. Worthy has that gadget feel, just above gadget, like not quite gadget. Like he can do all the gadget stuff, but he can get open and run some routes. But he's kind of like not that big, so like he'll have a role. But then you're looking about like Travis Kelce's another year older, could be looking at playing his last year. So you're looking at a guy in Rice who's like of all the guys, you look at everybody there, who's the one piece that's like a physical freak that gets open, that does all the things. Doesn't drop a ton of balls. Like seems to be a favorite of Mahomes. I mean, he could be a guy that comes in and finishes easy wide receiver 1.
Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt about that at all. Actually, let's see.
You guys got any other leagues you're a part of that you're excited for? I got an invite today for LA. Oh, you're down in LA, aren't you, Gator?
Yeah. I'm in San Diego.
Okay. What? That's 2 hours.
Yeah, about like 2 hours. Yeah, I was actually in LA for 4th of July.
I might be down there for a big draft with some major players in the game. One of which will be competing in the RFL. I'm actually may purchase like $100 Southwest flight and go down there and come right back in the same day.
Shit, hey, rent a car too. If you rent a car, it's not bad. Oh, but you're in Sac. I'm in
Sac. That's a 5-hour drive. I can use my own car. I just don't want to. I'd rather just.
You don't put the miles on them. Yeah, just get that flight. You right.
It's the same price for the gas.
Yeah, I'll get that flight. But yeah, let me know when you're in town, bro.
Yeah, I will. I will reach out. I got a groom's from my older marriage. I have a groomsman that has a family of 5 down there in San Diego. It's been at least 7-8 years since I've been down there.
Yeah, let's make that happen, bro.
And I love San Diego. You ever been to San Diego High Society?
Never, man. Never been to San Diego. I don't ever travel really, but I've been to like San Fran and went through like Sacramento a little bit, but I haven't really been anywhere else on the West Coast.
Dude, San Diego.
You gotta come south some more.
San Diego's what people see on television with the palm trees and the beautiful people and the beach.
Yeah,
the weather is amazing, bro.
The weather, the people. The culture, Mexico's right there. You got some of the best Mexican food.
Literally, I literally, the border is like 20 minutes away from me, bro. You walk past the border like, all right, bet, cool, good vibes.
I'm gonna get a taco spot for you, Gator. That mom.
All right, bet.
We go. I would assume they're still open, but man, oh my god, I can still taste right now. What's going on? Monty in the 6. I'm not mad at that value.
Not at all. Even if it was an auto.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Right? As your RB2?
Oh, yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, that's great value.
Thanks for pulling up, Average Joes. We appreciate you rocking. I appreciate everybody rocking, to be honest with you, man. It takes a village. It takes a community. The followers are here. We got some pages. Shout out to my guy Big E in the building. G Dollar Sign. We got the regular squad. You know, I honestly, I don't think I've seen anyone other than the original. You guys rotate each other out. It's like the same 8 followers, but only like 6 of you guys will show up at a time.
That's on me. Who am I going to take
Yeah,
right here?
no, you guys are awesome, man. The followers, you know, all the creators and everybody getting together, supporting each other, and just you know, having a good time with it, and just, you know, bouncing things off each other, and you can't beat that, man. That's just makes every day better. And, like chomping at the bit for the season to start.
Nah, yeah. Man. How many days we got to the season, bro? I think like 60 some days.
I think it's less than that. I think I seen 59 or 58 on someone's story today.
Let's do it, man. I literally can't wait, man. I was actually in Chili's today, right? They were showing highlights back in the day, highlights like Cam Newton at quarterback. I'm telling my fiance, I'm like, yo, I'm like, this Cam, you ain't gonna see it again. Like, it was a moment, and if you ain't seen it, you missed it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a specimen, bro.
But she was telling me she was like, Cam not that nice though. And I said, you right, but it was a moment. Like,
it was a window.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's crazy.
Nah, there was a window where before defenses figured him out. You know, and then that, not to say they figured him out, but injuries played a factor. You can only run that size and be so athletic for so long, but he had a 3-year span, especially during that Super Bowl run and that MVP year. He was unstoppable.
Not literally.
And you knew what was coming. You knew what was coming. He was like a NFL Tebow.
Exactly right. Except he had a rifle, man. He could definitely chuck it around, man. Tebow had some balls falling real short of his receivers. He was chucking it in the dirt. I'm like, man, this poor guy.
I was about to say, if you still need a quarterback right now, man, I'll tell you, I probably made a mistake with Hurts, which I'm fine with, you know, with mocking. So, but man, Bo Nix is still here, Mahomes. That's what I'm saying, bro. So really, after the Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Daniels thing, I'm waiting.
Yep.
If they don't drop to the 4th for me, I'll just wait.
Yep.
You get Mahomes in the 7th.
Bro, Mahomes at 7.5 is like, that's crazy.
Bo Nix is still here.
I like where Burrow went.
Yeah, Burrow was solid in mid-5th. That was good. That's good value for him.
I feel like where Burrow went is kind of like that can really mess up your draft. Really, if he not top 5, it's like.
Fair enough. As a non-mobile back, you need him to repeat what he did last year.
And the injury-prone quarterback on top of it. So, yeah, and I don't know if that line got better. I don't think the line got better.
It didn't.
I know you a Steelers fan. So, like, how you feeling about the Jonnu with the mixed with the fire move? What we doing? What we doing there?
Bro, I don't want no parts of it. Reality or fantasy football. I don't want any parts of that. It's embarrassing. It is to be a long time Steeler fan and to see that 500 is just the standard now. You went from 6 you know, you were the last to 5, the first to 6, and it's just been 500. They haven't won a playoff game since the contest perfect AB hit.
Yeah.
Without that hit, they don't even win that.
Facts.
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy,
bro. I ain't gonna lie. I miss AB, man. AB when he was on fire, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. He was. Man. I mean, dude. People special on him, dude. He was crazy. He was insanely productive.
Moments, bro. Just production. That's why they tolerated him for so long.
Yeah,
he's just nice.
Hey, if the girl's hot, you tolerate a little bit of that.
You feel me?
How much money you need for your nails again?
Yeah.
Another girls' night out. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, man, I feel for him because I always liked AB too. Honestly, I thought he was good even when he was in college. Man, he was just crazy. He's always been so productive. And like he always seemed like a nice guy, and then like I swear to God, some of these hits just changed. They just change people. I really feel like that. You see some of these guys who are like, maybe a little bit like crazy, but like then they play for a while, and then you can just tell that they've had some trauma, some damage.
Oh, for sure. Sure. I feel like I need a running back, but I don't like none of the running backs here.
I feel that so much, dude.
You know what I mean? Like I know I need one. I can't roll out with just Connor.
No, you can't.
But it's like
coming up.
I'm looking at the ADP and I'm like, so it got to be a running back.
Yeah.
Honestly, if this was a deeper draft, I would probably even wait longer and get the back end running backs.
Yeah.
But I'll get a running back just so my team don't look too trashy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's not San Diego anymore. It is LA. But what do you think about the Chargers situation? Because we saw Najee Harris go 8-9 right in front of you, right? And then Hampton goes 4-12.
I haven't made a post about this, bro. I'm like, I don't like it. I know they're going to split time. I don't care if Hampton is 1A and Najee's 1B. It ain't worth the fourth. It's probably not going to be worth the fourth. They both look like they both goal line backs.
Yeah.
Now it's just up for the coach to choose who gonna run it in. This guy that's 6'1", 6'2", and 250, or this guy that's 6'2" and 245. Your choice.
Yeah. And I mean, they've seen Najee do it before. You know, Jim Harbaugh goes with people that he trusts, and Najee's been, maybe he's not the most explosive guy, but he gets what he gets. He turns his legs and he gets those short yards and he holds on to the ball, and like they're not going to just pay him that money to sit him.
No. In fact, you're going to pay him that money. You give him a 1-year contract. Let's run him. Run him.
Right.
Ideally, if I was the Chargers, I would actually give Najee more run because, hey, we just drafted this guy. How old is he? 21, 22?
Yep.
Let's keep him fresh.
Preserve him for the long run.
Yes.
Unless they can be D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart from that throwback Panthers team, it's not going to happen.
For sure.
Yeah. I just think that's too high. I just honestly feel like you getting him in the fourth round is like, okay.
Yeah.
If he had that place to himself, and by the way, I do love that Njoku pick.
Love Njoku.
That's why I'm not reaching on tight ends. Like you can have those. Hey, you can have it.
Hey, a better pick was made with Jared Goff at 9-7.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm good on Jared Goff. Oh yeah, that's crazy. I'm good off Jared Goff, man.
Even in the 9th?
Yeah, I think he's one of those players. He might be a do not draft for me.
Ooh.
You know,
talk about
you lost your system and you don't got wheels.
Yeah,
you know, you have you. It's not like you can improvise. So like,
yeah.
So say the system don't work the way it's meant to. Y'all lost your line, man. I don't know if it was it the center or the tackle?
The center, yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see the purpose of taking him. I would take like Caleb Williams now. Okay, we got a better system. We got a new line. There's some optimistic things going on there, but yeah, Goff is a new do not draft for me. And also Jonnu Smith too. I don't know about Jonnu Smith, man.
Yeah, Arthur Smith, man. Anybody on Pittsburgh, I'm probably good.
He does love Jonnu though. He loves some Jonnu Smith, bro. Like,
he really does.
He must be a great guy. Jonnu Smith, he's probably a great guy, and he blocks. I mean, I would want that in my locker room too, bro. Like,
yeah, absolutely. But he's like so solid, man. He always gets slept on. Nobody gives him any love. But I swear, everywhere he goes, he's just like underpaid, undervalued, and he's going to literally do everything that you ask for him. And that's why Arthur Smith likes him. He likes guys that are not like the sexy guys. He likes the dependable, like you can do everything that I ask you type dudes. And that's what he is.
He's making a team. We're over here playing fantasy football, so like. I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing because when it's time to block, when it's time to make that big third down catch, Jonnu's probably going to get it done. Now, how often is he going to get it done? I don't know. You know,
our back-to-back follower team of the week says to another week. Thanks for having me. We appreciate it, man. If you
That's
guys can hit that like button while you're here. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button, comment, flame emoji, whatever. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I know why the animals are here. They're here for the grades. So let's go.
Yes, sir.
We got Chase, Bowers, Allen, Hampton, Judkins, Tet, A. Jones. Good value on A. Jones. Diggs, Downs. I like this squad. I'm not mad at it. I don't like Hampton. That's the only one I don't like.
I agree.
I'm kind of mad at it with the running back situation. Hampton and Judkins. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like 2 rookies. I don't like that. I don't like the concept of 2 rookies. Like I need some production. I need some older people. I don't like the Bowers pick. I don't like Josh Allen. Well, actually, I do like Josh Allen at the 3-1. Bowers, I probably would wait. Some rookies, man. McMillan, I don't know where he's going to be. You know, I do like the later end though. Diggs, Downs.
Yep.
Preferably Diggs. I like the idea of a wide receiver 1 that you could be potentially getting in the 8th round. I love that pick. Okay. And I also love Jones. Aaron Jones, 7-1. I like that. That's a great pick.
He saved that draft with those last 3 picks. I really feel like he was like really, really getting cute, like swinging for the fences with 4, 5, and 6. But he made that kind of okay because turned around and then grabbed 3 of the safer guys that were left at those point in the draft. And so now, high risk, high reward on Hampton, Judkins. And, you can, if one of them doesn't work out, you got Aaron Jones and you know what you got in Aaron Jones, a dude who's going to get you like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points. Stephon Diggs, if he comes out, he's healthy, he's playing week 1. I mean, how is he not an absolute steal, going at that point in the draft? So, yeah, I mean, I like that team. I probably already told you guys I'm not the biggest Tet McMillan guy in the world, but not horrible value at 6-12. I think he'll have boom or bust weeks. I think he'll have weeks where you're looking at like a catch for like 12 yards, and I think you'll have a week where, you're talking about maybe he breaks loose for like 120 and a TD, but when is that going to happen? How often are each of those going to happen? We don't know. So
when are you going to be ready to start that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Yeah. You're gonna, that's absolutely right. You're gonna have to live with those weeks.
My bad.
No, you're good. I was gonna say you're just gonna have to live with those weeks where you're looking at him like, man, is he gonna get a catch or what?
I do like this team.
You do. Robinson, Higgins, McBride, DK, Sutton, B-Rob, Pollard, Herbert. There's no one underneath. Okay, yeah.
I like it. It seems very steady. It seems like the production here for me is production that I'm not saying I can count on because it's football at the end of the day, but these are proven players for me to be like, I know what Sutton's about. I know Sutton's the one. I know Metcalf got Aaron Rodgers and he's gonna get hyper targeted. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. I like Bijan. I like Brian Robinson. Pollard, maybe not. Cup, I like the idea. But the quarterback, his quarterback of choice, I don't know if he's a Chargers fan. He's probably a Niners fan from what I'm seeing, but I'm not. I'm going to leave Justin Herbert alone. I think I know what that system wants to do, and he's not there to save them. He's there to facilitate. He's there to. Yeah, and you got those 2 brutes in the backfield. Yeah.
All those linemen, they got the 2 tight ends. They're going to be rolling out. Like, what do you think they want to do? They're going to come out and just punch you in the nose. Like, that's all they want to do.
Good defense and running.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's not a team that I would draft, to be honest with you. I love Bijan. All things Bijan. I think he's going to have a great year. Could contend for like the best player in fantasy. Him, Jefferson, Chase, and Lamb, I would say, are in that conversation. Barkley too. But then after that, T. Higgins in round 2, taking a guy in the 2nd round who really has just limited upside, just because he's behind a guy who just won the Triple Crown. So I mean, you're talking about no matter what, he will just be a wide receiver 2 on that team. He will never be an alpha, and you're taking him in round 2. Like, that's fine, I guess. I would rather have a lot of the guys that went like right before him, and I would have probably even taken Bowers and a couple of those guys over him too. But not a horrible team. I'm I'm not big on DK. I'm not drafting a lot of guys on Pittsburgh. After seeing how Rodgers was last year and how toxic that was, pair that with Arthur Smith, and now he's got 2 tight ends and a couple running backs.
How's that going to work, bro?
And I'm just like, no thanks on DK. And DK is not the kind of guy that really has an extensive route tree where he's going to separate and separate and separate. Like he needs a quarterback in a system where they're just going to use him the right way, and he's going to get down the field and he can separate like deep, obviously, and get past people and burn them. But he's not really like running a ton of intermediate routes, getting open with quickness and that kind of thing, a release and all that. So not big on DK. Sutton, he's fine. Brian Robinson, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Tony Pollard's okay. Not bad, but, and again, I agree with Gator on Herbert. Just going to line up and try to hit you in the mouth. And Herbert is a fine quarterback in real life, but I don't want him on my fantasy team as a QB1.
Fair enough. We go triple. He went with the Hydra method, the triple running back. Gibbs, Jacobs, Brown. Then goes DJ Moore, Burrow, Pacheco, Addison, Shakur, and Kraft. What are you guys' thoughts?
Weirdly enough, I don't like the whole RB, but I'm looking at it now and it looks kind of nice. I'm not going to
Chase Brown is your flex.
It's like you got Gibbs, Jacob, Brown, and then you can mix that with some Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow is passing the ball a lot.
Yep.
Now your receivers, and this my heart can't take the fact that these are your receivers. My heart is making my heart hurt, right? Like I don't like it.
I think Addison might be looking at a suspension too. I heard he's got a court date.
Yes, 3 games. Yeah, 3 games. That's probably going to be a 3 game. The speeding. Was it a speeding? No, it was drunk at the airport.
Yep. So I think I heard 3 games. So you wait on receiver, and then you take a guy that's going to miss at least 3 games. I mean, obviously in most drafts you'll have a couple more rounds to round out your bench. Maybe you can replace that production. But yeah, I mean, I like DJ Moore this year. That's a fine pick. Shakir, I mean, I don't know, not the best, but yeah, those running backs. I mean, you can't go wrong. You got Gibbs, you got Jacobs, who's in a redraft league, you got a guy who's going to get that volume. They like to run the ball. Chase Brown, you got a guy with a ton of upside. They didn't really add anyone, other than Brooks and the guys that aren't going to really take a ton of work from him, especially right now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, solid team. You get Burrow in a good spot. I like that team. I think they could. I don't know if it's a championship team, but I think they should easily, be contending for a nice playoff spot.
Yeah, I think with the Pacheco pick, he could have probably went a wide receiver just to that's where I would have been like wide receiver.
Yeah, because you already had your 3 running backs. There's no need to take.
Yeah.
You're gonna take a guy that's going to be on your bench before you get a starter. I'm always for starters over. Over. You're going to get ripped off on trades regardless. We all know this. No one gets fair trade value. So why build a bench? I always try to get my starters within the first 7, first 8 picks. But like you said, High Society, at least a playoff team. Yeah,
I agree. They could have gone if they went with maybe Odunze or a guy with that kind of upside or something at receiver.
Even
well, you already had DJ Moore, so even if he got Wilder.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Man, I kind of like this squad. I was kind of running it over earlier. We're gonna go King Henry, BTJ, Daniels. Kenneth Walker's RB2. Smith is a wide receiver 2. We get Caleb, Jonnu, Debo, and Jennings.
Love that. I love that team. I think that's a really, really nice team.
Yeah, like Daniels at the helm. I'm not no one's mad at that, right?
I'm not mad at that at all. No,
never.
You get Henry and Walker. Walker's not your RB1. You get him in the 4 at the 4-5. I would have tried to grab Sharp if you're gonna take Walker. But then now you're looking at BTJ, top 5 receiver last year. You get Smith, who's never finished outside of the top 24. Yep. Flexes Johnson. That might be the only asterisk. Jonnu. So I like having like the question marks are in the middle, 6th, 7th pick, and not the first 5. Like I'm not mad at the squad.
Yep. I agree with that. I think personally, if they would have just flipped Evan Ingram and Jonnu Smith right there, they would have a hell of a nice team. I think Evan Ingram is going to be in that Joker role. They paid him pretty good coin. If he comes out and he's healthy, I don't see how he's not like top 6, 7, tight end this year. So if you would have taken Ingram over him, and then you got, I'm with you on the Caleb thing. I love the first, Henry, Thomas, Daniels, Walker, and Smith were phenomenal, like absolutely killer rounds. Caleb Johnson, he's got great upside too. I mean, there's one thing for sure, like they're going to run the ball. I guarantee you, Warren and
For
Johnson
sure.
should both at least be solid. So you're getting them as an RB3 flex-ish, but you still got Debo and Jennings. And at least for half the season, while maybe Caleb's getting warmed up, you got a guy like Jennings, and if Ayuk misses that time, you're looking at a guy you could probably flex.
For sure.
So yeah, good team. I think that's as good a team as we've seen.
Right. Team Alvarez. So team injury. We got McCaffrey, Puka, Garrett Wilson, Mixon, Worthy. Hey, Bo Nix, 8.2.
I love it. I love
still a
that
draft. And then Reed just as an insurance pick. What you got, Gator?
I love the Bo Nix pick. I'm actually in love with his team. I like the start. McCaffrey, Nakua, like, yes, they are injury prone, but like, let's just say they are healthy. Like, I mean, you talking top 5 at the position for both. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
So I'm cool with that. Garrett Wilson is cool. I love Joe Mixon where he got Joe Mixon for 4-2. I like that. Worthy, I'm really off of Worthy personally. If you're a Worthy guy, it's cool. I'm just not a Worthy guy. It doesn't seem that steady. And now Rice is back in the mix.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how to call it. Like, they might come out and use them often. I don't really know, but it's the Chiefs. They do this every year. We don't know who's the guy. It could come out and be Sky Moore. We're like, oh my God, Sky Moore. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really, it's like with a mad scientist, you really don't know what he got cooked up, man.
True. Then they don't care about your fantasy team either.
They really don't. They really don't. So I'd rather avoid those guys. But I mean, the team is solid. I do like the value picks. I do like is Mixon, and I do like where he got Swift, and of course Bo Nix.
I agree.
You want to tackle this one, High Society? We got our back-to-back champion.
Yeah, buddy. Let's do it. You start with Nico. I mean, if he's healthy, he should easily be top 4 or 5. You're talking about in terms of yards. Just even on a per-game basis, last year you saw what he was doing. He was just out there roasting dudes, 100 yards a game. Obviously, he had the hammy bugging him. So if he comes out and he's healthy and he's right, that's an absolute steal at the 12th pick. Achane, again, one of those guys looking at a ceiling that is real nice. Kittle, probably the last of the 3 really nice tight ends. Not bad at 312. I mean, you're looking at the turn almost round 4. Devontae Adams is a little bit of the reason why I'm off of Puka this year. I love Devontae Adams. I think he is just, one of the best receivers that we've seen in the last 10 years. Obviously, you already know his release, and he's just so savvy, and I don't care if he's 32. He's still going to go out, and he's going to ball. He's a stud. So I love Adams. I think that's a great pick. Harvey at 5'12", I feel like he's been falling, obviously, since they got Dobbins, deservingly so. I think Dobbins has a role. But, Harvey's a great pick right there at 5'12". PPR, even if he's just in that early Kamara role in the Sean Payton offense where he's just catching a ton of balls, like his floor is still not that bad. Like, even if he's not getting all the goal line work and whatever. So I like Harvey, running back too. Kyler Murray, he might not be my favorite, but he's got the rushing upside. And if there's a progression from Marv and you got, that offense should be better. Trey Benson should be good. You got the other Trey McBride, who should be fine. And look at touchdown progression. You're looking at a nice pick there. I like Mason. I love Mason. He's like probably one of my favorite handcuffs you're going to get. Obviously you heard KOC talking about 1A, 1B. Whenever somebody says 1A, 1B, he's getting some kind of work. So then you got Judy, and then you cap it off, Mr. Irrelevant. You got Javonte, who, maybe he has an okay year. I don't hate it for the last pick of the draft.
They said starting with the ones right now. Miles Sanders.
Yeah, that's so tough to call, dude. Miles Sanders, you know what I mean? Like, if
This is my
Javonte
team, guys.
if Javonte can regain any kind of form when he was coming out, of North Carolina, like there should be no way he's not getting that early down work over Miles Sanders. And maybe goal line. I would expect him to get goal line work. I mean, he's still a beast, so he's still shrugging dudes off him. Like, he's a load. But yeah, I like that team.
Yeah,
I like that team a lot. I think that team is actually really, really good. I like that he waited on QB. I like that he scooped up Nico and Devontae. Great wide receiver too. You got Judy, who's a target hog. I don't care who's throwing him the ball. When you're taking him in the 8th round, you got a perfectly fine guy you could throw in your flex most weeks and feel
I definitely like him there.
At least decent about it, So yeah, good team. Love that team. Really, really good way to finish it up.
Do you guys want to talk about the winner off air, and I'll create the edit?
Sure.
I'm down for that.
If you guys got 2 minutes to hang around while I close this thing out.
Of course.
Sure.
Always, man.
Let me put this thing away. Appreciate you guys rocking with us, man. Every Monday, the RFL Network, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We either rotate between the PPR or we're going to go super flex. This was the PPR, so next week we'll do a super flex. I'd like to thank Gator, the fantasy guy. I'd like to thank High Society Fantasy Football.
Yes, sir.
And I'd like to thank the followers and the other pages that participated. It's always a pleasure getting in those reps, man. Practice makes perfect. It's what Kobe was talking about. You got to love it. You got to make a passion of it. And I'm not going to get caught slipping this year. I'm coming for it.
Yeah. Hey, man, there's a lot of pride on the line here. So,
No, for sure.
Man. And
hey, not even just this live. Oh, yeah. I got $1 grand I'm putting in for the winner of season 2.
Oh, word?
I don't think people don't know about that. So, long story short, we got 2 12-team leagues. 6 teams from each league will make one group, and the ones that didn't make the playoffs will make a second group, a lower group.
Cool.
Top 4, the winner of season 2 gets $1,000.
That's great.
Bottom 4 of the regular season get demoted to that lower league. Top 4 of that lower league get promoted, and then bottom 4 of that lower league get relegated to the wait list to make room for pages.
We got some Premier League stuff going on up in here.
Yes,
Bro. I like it. I like it.
Relegation
that makes it interesting, though, for sure.
That's going to create a competitive. Yeah, that's a competitive environment.
Standings, you get like the followers get to see our moves, and it just gives us so much more in depth and makes us more vulnerable and more accountable, if anything. So,
of course,
I'm looking forward to building it with you guys.
Yeah, I look forward to it too, man. Just being a part of it. It sounds like a hell of a good time. So.
Appreciate you guys rocking with me. We'll see you guys next Monday. If you guys got 2 minutes, we can figure out who this winner is.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.